Good morning, children. So today we are going to discuss about first lesson of 8th class. But this lesson is quite useful for all the students, especially those who love science, because the lesson is what is science. So in our daily life, we usually use the word science. If I ask you, you might be telling, sir, science is the subject. So in this topic today, we will be getting better clarity. What is science? Okay, so listen carefully. It's very important. I am going to tell you now few examples, okay, with which after that you have to tell me what you have observed in these examples. Listen carefully. While you are listening this class, have a notebook with you, running notes. You might copy the points in it. Okay, very important topic, and everybody must watch this topic. What is science? Before going to this, I am going to tell you one example, one or two examples. So let's take very first example. Here I am going to share one situation, incident which has happened with Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya. Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya. Have you heard about it? If not, listen carefully. He is an engineer. He is an engineer. He was born on September 15th. September 15th. See, September 15th every year we celebrate as Engineers Day. Engineers Day. So that you can understand now what kind of a personality he is. You might be knowing September 5th. September 5th, we celebrate Teachers' Day. Why? Because of the great personality, Sarvepalli Radhakrishna's birthday. He has grown up from teacher to the President of India. So, because of his effort in the teaching field, we celebrate Teachers' Day on his birthday, September 5th. Similarly, because of the service given by the Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya to the India, we celebrate September 15th as Engineers Day. That's the greatness of Mokshagundam Vishveshwaraya. So you might be knowing, you might be asking a question, sir, what is this? That lesson is what is science, and you are telling about some engineers and teachers, etc. Right? Let's get the clarity about it. Why I am telling about it, why I am discussing about it. I wanted to share one incident which was occurred in his life. Recently I have heard about him in one what is that called? Personality development class. I heard about Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya, one incident. What was happened is, once when he was studying engineering college, maybe I think he is in Pune, when he was studying in engineering, three of his friends, one Mokshagundam Visvesvaraya and other two of his friends, went to a place, like a visit, like a picnic. They went to a picnic. They have seen a waterfall at that place. They have seen a waterfall at that place. You might be knowing what is a waterfall. Waterfall is that, from a height, from a certain height, waterfalls. Right? So these peoples, who are they? Visvesvaraya and other two of his friends went that place. Soon after going to that place, like a picnic, usually when you go to the picnic, when you see a beautiful place like a waterfall, what we do? If you get a chance to bath there, if you get a chance to swim there, if you get a chance to dance there, we will nicely enjoy over there, right? Let's see what these three people have done there. When these people went there, one of his friends, Visvesvaraya, one of his friends, not Visvesvaraya, one of his friends said, by seeing this situation with a pleasure, with an excitement, he said, "Wow, what a beautiful place it is." And he said something that, wow, every month once, something like that, every weekend like that, we have to come to this place to get a refreshment. That was said by one of his friend, Visvesvaraya. Visvesvaraya's friend, one friend said that. Another friend is there. By seeing that, he said, "Oh, what a nice place it is. I wanted to construct a house nearby that waterfall, adjacent to that waterfall, so that every day in the morning or evening, nicely you can watch that, you can see that place and you can enjoy it. You can see the pleasant of that place, you can feel it." Said by another friend of Visvesvaraya. Now see, now the turn has come to the Visvesvaraya. People were asked, the two friends asked Visvesvaraya, "Hey man, what are you thinking of about it?" Then Visvesvaraya said, by saying it, "Oh no, how much energy is wasting there. How much energy is wasting there." And these two people were shocked. What a kind of a man you are, man. You have come to this waterfall nicely, and you have to enjoy in this place, and you are telling energy is wasting. What kind of energy? What sort of energy is wasting over there? They asked. Then Visvesvaraya said very nicely, "Yes, when the water is falling from certain height, that possesses energy, kinetic energy, which can use for producing electricity, current. The same principle is used in production of electricity. Hydel power stations, we say them, like in Srisalem or Nagarjuna Sagar projects, there will be a turbines. Turbines are the devices like this. From a height, when the waterfall takes place, the shaft of the turbine gets rotated. Inside the turbine there is a magnet and a copper wire will be there. When they are rotating, the power generates. The principle is different. We'll come into the physics class. We'll discuss later. But now just see that when the waterfall falls on this turbine, like it starts rotating. The energy of waterfall is used for rotating the turbine. When it is rotating, electricity power generates. that power can be used for many villages. That is a thought. That is a thought. That is the idea given by the Visvesvaraya over there. He did. He did. He arranged a turbine over there in that waterfall and started producing electricity from that. Now observe, now the question has come now. So tell me, what do you find? What do you think about it now? What made the difference to the people? What about other two friends of Visvesvaraya and what about Visvesvaraya? Here you will be understand the concept of what is science. I will give you one more example. Okay? That's well-known example. Later we compare both the things, okay? One more example. Sir Isaac Newton. Well known. Isaac Newton. What he did? Once he was sat on a bench near somewhere else, like a park or like something else. And he sat on a bench. Suddenly he has seen one incident. What is that? Is an apple fallen from tree. Just adjacent to his branch where he was sat. So he fortunately has seen one thing there. What is that? Is an apple fallen from tree. Just imagine if any of his friend would have there, or if we would have there, what we would have do. Obviously, if I would have there, I go to the place and I take that apple nicely, wash it and eat it. Is that the same thing done by the Newton? No. No. What he did so? What he did? He has seen that immediately and he questioned himself. What is this? The apple fallen down. Why not it gone up? Why not it gone up? Question himself. Later, he took a stone, hit a stone to the up. What happened? It has gone some height. Later, it gets fall down. He took some other thing, hit. It went some distance, fall down. Whatever he is taking and hitting up and coming down. So when it is happening there, when all the things are getting fall down here, it is going on questioning what is the reason why they are falling down. Even if we apply a force, even if we hit the objects to the height, why they are falling down? What is there here to make that object to fall down? There is something to the earth, there is something to this ground which is attracting object towards it. Because when the object gets moved from one place to other, if any force is acted on it, otherwise it won't move. For example, if a duster is placed on some place, will it move itself? No, unless if a force is acted on it. Why the apple from tree fall down? Do the tree hit the apple towards the down? No. The apple itself fallen down. How? Means there is something to the ground which is attracting the apple towards down. Then he started questioning. He did experiments. After the experiments, he has come to a conclusion that Earth has attracting power. That is gravitational force. Then he introduced a principle, a law which is called universal law of gravitation. The earth has attracting the power objects, attracting power. It can apply the force on any objects, which makes objects to get fall down. This phenomenon is useful for many things, introducing rockets, sending the satellites into the space and traveling into the space and all were discovered and made very effectively by using this principle, universal law of gravitation. See there. What made these all things? A small incident. Isaac Newton sat on a bridge, apple fallen down. Many of the times when we are going outside, when we were outside in the park or somewhere in the field or agriculture sector, many things were falling down. Are we thinking in such a way that why it is falling down? No. What this man has thought of. Many times we went to the waterfalls. Had we thought of this, Vishwesvaraya? No. We went many times. We went to waterfall nearby the Nagarjuna Sagar. We went to somewhere else. Had we thought of this? Energy is wasting. We can have a dynamo there, produce current. No. We just enjoy the place. Observe the difference. So now what you can see in the both situations, what are the things you can see in the both situations? If you see here, if you observe here carefully, in the case of Mokshaguna Vishwesvaraya or Isaac Newton, what they have followed. What is the difference to the friends of Vishwesvaraya? The friends of Vishwesvaraya just thought we can build a house there, or we can come a weekend, every weekend there, and we can see that place and we can enjoy it. But Vishwesvaraya is not thought in that way. The difference is his friends just have seen it. Just seen it. Born. That's it. But his Vishwesvaraya not seen it. He observed it. That's called observation. You might be getting, what is that, sir? Observation. This is what observation is. Seeing is different. Just to see. Okay. Observation is different. You might be knowing, questions will be raised in the IAS or IPS interviews, saying that if a person comes to the room, before coming to the room, generally a question raised, what do you have observed here? Many people will be well prepared. Left side this one, right side that one, up, above this one, down this one, right side of me, 2 members, left side of me, 1 lady, 1 gent. Like this. That's observation. Seeing is different. Just we come and see there. Seeing is different. They have seen it. Vishwesvaraya's friends have seen it. But Vishwesvaraya observed it. That observation is important. Isaac Newton is not seen it. He's not seen that apple has fallen down. He has observed it. In that observation only, what happened? Isaac Newton, when the apple has fallen down, immediately he has questioned himself. Questioning has done. Vishwesvaraya also questioned himself. Why? What happened? Why the energy is wasting? That's called observation. Observation and questioning will be there. When observation and questioning is there, next thing what comes immediately? See Isaac Newton, what he did? He observed apple has fallen down, questioned himself why it is fallen down. Then what he did? He given possible answers for it. He himself given answer, tried to give the answers. What is that answer tried to give? He was thinking, apple fallen down. Why? Do the tree push the apple towards down? No. Possible answer got? Do the tree push the apple towards down? Question. What is the answer? No. Then again question. What is said to the earth? Make the object towards to get the apple to fall down. Means there is something to the earth. What it might be? It may be a force. He thought in that. He started giving possible answers. So questioning and giving possible answers is hypothesis. Is said to be hypothesis. Try to understand what I am going to tell you is what these people were doing in the what these people were did. Most of them Visvesvaraya, Isaac Newton, almost not same incident, same situations. They have observed, they have questioned, they started giving possible answers. That is hypothesis. After that, what happened? They started doing experiment. They started doing experiment. See there, Moksha Visvesvaraya took dynamo, kept there, made that a waterfall to fall on the dynamo. Current is generating. Did experiment. After the experiment, questioning rises again. How much current produces? How much electricity produces? How much the water is falling down? What is that energy processing? How much energy processing? What capacity of the dynamo we can have it? Small one, big one, huge one. For how many villages that electricity can be supplied? After the experiment, questions have come. Again, possible answers will get it. Okay, this much energy it is having water. This is the size of dynamo we can have it. These many villages can get the power. Got answers. Again, hypothesis. After the experiment, hypothesis. Similarly, Newton also did same thing. Observed. Apple falling down. Question. Why? Try to give answer. Tree not pushed. Earth having something. Force towards it. Did experiment. Took plastic hit. Took stone hit. Took something hit. Falling down. Observed in the park. Observed in the lab. Observed in another country. Observed in another village. Everywhere it is only happening. It is not that in a Papared Nagar apple from a tree is falling down. In Balanagar apple is not falling down. It is going up. No. Everywhere it is happening on the earth. Means everywhere he did the experiment. He went to the water. He went to the water and observed if we leave any object on the top of the water, will it go down or will it go up? Going down. Means there also something is there. And same thing he observed again. If you leave the object here, or with what velocity, with what speed it will fall down. If you leave the object in the water, with what speed it will fall down. Will it be the same? Any difference? Question. Experiments he did. Question. Try to give possible answers. He made a note of everything. Visvesvaraya also made a note of everything. What is a dynamo? What is the capacity? What is energy water having? Daytime how much? Nighttime how much? If we get floods how much? All these questions he raised, all these possible answers he has written. That's called hypothesis. After the hypothesis, these both have got conclusion. Final conclusion. Yes, so in the size of dynamo, so in the energy is having so much of villages, number of villages we can give the power. He said same thing as Isaac Newton. Yes, everywhere in the earth there is attracting power. That is universal law of gravitation. Final conclusion he got. Finally what we got? Conclusion. Now I will clear you the doubt. Sir, what is this? We are totally confusing. You are telling about what is science and you told about Visvesvaraya and Isaac Newton. We never understood. We didn't understand what is science actually. I will tell you now what is science is. These both examples we can understand what is science is. Science is a process of gaining knowledge. It is not that as simple as it is not that any way that we can gain the knowledge. No. It is a process of systematic process of obtaining knowledge, acquiring knowledge, gaining knowledge is called science. They followed it. Not only they, of course, every scientist follows the same thing. Every scientist. When we call scientists? Because they follow science. Why they call scientists? They follow science. What they follow science? In the sense, they learn by the systematic process. They learn by systematic process. There is a process involved here. What is that systematic process involved in order to learn the science? What is the process? Observation. Not seeing. Observation. Questioning. After questioning, possible answers, hypothesis. After the hypothesis, do the experiment. Plan for the experiment and do the experiment. After the experiment, again we get the questions. And after the questions, again you have to give answers, possible answers. That is hypothesis. Observation gets question. Give possible answers, hypothesis. Experiments gets a question. Give possible answers, hypothesis. Finally, conclusion. Then it will be decided. You get conclusion. Yes, here we can produce energy supply for the villagers. Here, apple fallen on tree. That means Earth is having attracting force. That is gravitational force. Got conclusion? That's a science. That's a science. It's a systematic process of learning knowledge. Gaining knowledge is a science. Any of the science student, any of the science fellow have to follow this process of learning, systematic process of learning. Those who follows this process, they are the winners in the science. They are the successful people in the science. No question, no answer by hearting. Science question is given, what is digestion? Come and learn it. That's not the science. Digestion, what is it? Where it is? How it is occurs? Is it occurs in human body or other body same? Is it happens in the plants? Many things you got a question. Then you will get the answers. That's called science. That process of learning called science. Not that science textbook, not that science notebook, given a question, right? Read, answer and write examination, get the marks, and I got good marks in science. No, never. Learn the science by this process. Definitely you will become a good person in it. Okay? Right? Yes, whether it might be, many people might make mistake in this process. Might be not succeeded. Like if we take Thomas Alva Edison, hundreds of times he failed to discover small bulb. Hundreds of times, not once or twice. 100 times of he observed, 100 times he did experiments, 100 times he got conclusion, but failed. Later, after 700 years, 700 times, after making hundreds of times, he discovered the bulb. See that? So learn the science by the process called these. Observation, then automatically questioning comes. When questioning comes, possible answers you give there, hypothesis. After the hypothesis, plan for experiment. Do the experiment. After doing experiments, you will get the questions obviously. For that questions, give possible answers, that is hypothesis. After the hypothesis, get the conclusion of it. This phenomenon, this process of systematic learning is only called as science. You might be copied, you have to copy it, there is no doubt in it. I will tell you one thing, one more incident I wanted to share you. What is that incident? Recently, I was traveling in Hyderabad on a bike. I was traveling on my bike. It was full of rain, heavy rain. It was full of rain. And I was coming on the road. Okay, I was riding on the road actually. There is a, what is that called? Railway track, metro rail. Bridge is there. Metro rail. Nowadays metro station is there. Metro rail has come to the Hyderabad, right? The metro rail station is like this. These are the pillars, imagine. Tile is there here. So beside of this there is a road. I was there here. On my bike. It was full of rain, heavy rain. I stood there for some time. I just stopped my bike and I stood there. I observed one thing there. What is that? When the rain falls on the bridge flyover here, the water should not stuck there. That should go. If it is stuck there on the bridge, it will be a problem for the motion of the train. So what they do? They make the channels. Something like, imagine there is a hole. They arranged a pipe. The outlet is left here. What is happening? Water is falling here. And it is going out. You wonder, when I was here, I have seen water flowing out like anything. It is flowing on the road, going out. Going out on the road. Then they don't know. I have questioned myself. What is this? Is the water is wasting? How much water is wasting? Can we use it for any other? If you wanted to use it, in what way we can use it? Do the engineers, L&T peoples, never thought of about it? When the water is falling out here, when the rainfall section, when the water goes on here like this, this water will be wasted, however, right? When the outlet is left here, obviously water goes away. Do they didn't thought of it like how this water can be used it? I myself observed it. I am not telling you. I maybe seen it. That's it. I am not observed it, and I didn't did anything over there. But I am telling you people. Can we do anything? Can we do anything to this water? Can we use it in any way? If so, what are the ways? If possible, you prepare a project. Let us, on behalf of our student, let us take that project to the L&D department. Metro Rail will go directly to the Metro Rail MD. I will take you there if it is possible. Okay? Think about it. Prepare your project. Come out with your project. We will try some extent. At least we will send some information to them, right? Sir, this is what the water is wasting. We can use it for so and so sources. Why don't you think about it? If you want, you take with the help of your parent when it is heavy rain in Hyderabad, go to the city, observe it, whether it is happening or not. If so, what way we can use this water? This is a project work to you. Observe it. Question yourself. Give the possible answers, hypothesis. Do the experiments if possible. Get the conclusion of it. Prepare a project. We'll take them there. Okay? Hope you will do it. So, after these I have got an idea. It's not that idea, it is already there in the process, in the system of education. We have inspired. What is this? Actually, intention of inspire is different, but what is happening nowadays is different. Every year, actually, Inspire Awards, Inspire exhibitions is going to be conducted actually in the schools. Mostly high school students are eligible for this. So, what they do, some projects. These projects are displayed, and best top 3 projects are taken to the from district level to state level to the national level. But the purpose of Inspire is different. Whenever the Inspire is going to be announced by the government, here the teacher starts doing, Inspire has come, we have to do some project. Do this experiment, do that experiment, we will present experiment. No, not like that. Inspire intention is different. In a day-to-day life, whatever you are learning, whatever you are observing, based on that observations, are you doing any experiments? If you are doing experiments, What are that? Is it useful for the society? Is it useful for the nation? If so, bring that model. That is the intention of Inspire. Prepare this. Metro rail project. Waterfalls. Wasting water. Can we use it? If so, what? Is there any other city in the metro rail using the water in the better source? If so, what kind? Why we are not able to use it in Hyderabad? Prepare a model. We will take you to the Inspire there. Okay? This is a project work I am going to give you. Hope you will be doing it. Think now you have the ample of time. Not only this, any other. Recently, what is that fellow Sai to think? Sai to think, 5th class, I have got a WhatsApp video. His parents sent to me. He was reading a, what is that called? Some book. Some manual book is referring. There is a statement. Based on the statement, he made one device. He arranged one motor and something like that, and a fan is rotating. Don't know what is his intention, why he did it, but thinking in that way, practically doing it is important. Whether it is useful, whether it is not useful, forget about it. Many times we fail, no problem, once we get success. If you have those ideas, prepare it. Nowadays, if it is not possible to come to the school and submit to us, you prepare it, you make it a video of it and send it to me, to my personal WhatsApp number. My personal WhatsApp number is 9948951100. Send your project to this. Okay? So this is now. Few more topics are there. We'll discuss later. Thank you.